Welcome to Real Talk Live on a special episode of Spider-Man No Way Home live discussion. Obviously, we're going to be, talking about the Spider-Man trailer that just dropped. We did a reaction. You can go check out the reaction on the channel. We just uploaded it a while ago. But here we are, me and Maher. We are here to talk about the trailer in detail. So come join us and, let's discuss. So first things first, I really liked the trailer, and I thought that it was a really good teaser trailer. I knew that this was going to be a teaser trailer, not just a full official trailer. So I was not expecting Toby or Garfield to show up or anything, but I was kind of surprised to actually see a couple of things like the Green Goblin, ball, and obviously the Doc Ock, tentacles and all that. So that was really cool. And also, I was really surprised by how his identity, being revealed, played such a big factor in this movie. I didn't expect that. I was thinking that they would just, brush it off and move on, just make some excuse, but they are, fully going, court trials and everything. So what was the first thing that you thought was, that got you most excited for this trailer?
I like the entire trailer was awesome, but when Green Goblin's laugh, William Dafoe's laugh, and the Goblin bomb and drops kind of on the freeway and it's about to blow up, and then you have Doc Ock and his tentacle, his metal tentacle arm comes across, and then he's like, "Hello, Peter," stuff like that. That really cemented to me what this movie's going to be. It's going to be a multiverse movie. It's going to be just unbelievable, and that's what got me mostly hyped. I love the visuals when Doctor Strange was opening the multiverse or casting the spell, but the end of that trailer was just unbelievable as a Sam Raimi fan, diehard fan. So good.
Yeah, awesome. And were you expecting the characters to show up? Were you expecting Toby or Garfield to show up?
Not really, because I know the trailer kind of leaked there yesterday, and I think the trailer that leaked is a little bit different to this one. I wasn't
Yeah.
really expecting to see them pop up as in themselves with dialogue, maybe a hint, something like that, a voiceover or look at maybe their surroundings from their movies, like their city. But no, I think maybe that because the trailer leaked yesterday, they changed today's trailer a little bit. I think they took out some stuff. It's already out into the internet, and this is a teaser trailer. But yeah, I think they did an awesome job. So I wasn't really expecting them to show up. We got a voiceover from J.K. Simmons, I think, as well. His character, Jonah Jameson. So yeah, it's going to be a huge movie. It really is. Doctor Strange as well, and knows who else is going to pop up. Daredevil himself, Murdock is going to be Spider-Man's lawyer. Could we get maybe if the multiverse is cracked open? Could Tony Stark appear? Who knows? The possibilities are endless.
It really is, and I thought that the way the trailer looked, like you said, that the trailer looked kind of like a dark movie, more somber, more sad, or more filled with tension because of the situation going on. So that is a pretty cool change, and I thought that was an improvement, obviously a massive improvement over the last movie. But yeah, I thought that was a very welcome change, and I hope that the whole movie has that kind of tone. Even though obviously Doctor Strange being there will have some jokes in there. There's Wong, so there's obviously going to be some jokes, but I hope that they treat the because he's going to trial and all that. I hope there's more serious tones to that because Tom Holland is definitely a really, really, really good actor. So, yeah, I would like to see that side of him.
Oh, definitely. Like he's an unbelievable dramatic actor. You look at Devil all the time, even Cherry that came out at the start of the year. Not a great movie, but he was great in it. So yeah, he's a terrific actor, and they give him the right material, he could definitely knock it out of the park. Yeah, a lot more serious than I was talking. Like John Watts is a fine director. He's a good director. I've enjoyed his Spider-Man movies. But he's just missing that kind of style for me that Sam Raimi had or Mark Webb had. But I think in this one, there seems to be a lot of style in it. Maybe that's because he's trying to cater to the Sam Raimi fans and also the Mark Webb, Andrew Garfield fans as well. He's taking kind of inspiration from those movies and trying to do something cool. So yeah, it's going to be big, this movie, on December 17th. We have Eternals to come. We have Shang-Chi to come. So time's going to go by quick enough.
Yeah. And sorry, I was just seeing the pictures on the timeline that people have been posting. Someone posted Matt Murdock from the trailer, and I didn't notice that, but yeah, it does look like him. And even Daniel Applique is saying that yeah, it is him. So the
Yeah.
the tweet, I just sent it to your group, and yeah, he does look like Matt. So it's
Yeah,
really
it could
interesting.
be. Yeah, it could be him. Yeah, I think he will show up. You know, and the rumors of all the rumors have been spot on about this movie in terms of what's popping up, like what kind of world is being cemented here. So yeah, it's crazy to think that this the Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, online is going crazy right now over this trailer. It's blowing up the internet. Everyone is so excited. It's insane right now. So like this could be the movie that maybe makes 1 billion at the box office in the pandemic. The first one to really do that because Fast Fast Nine made what is making 700 million right now. This movie with the marketing potential, with the cast, the characters, this could be a huge film, and I just can't wait to see it right now. The visual effects look really good as well. Especially the Doctor Strange magic stuff, really well done, and where Doctor Strange kind of he pushes um Peter, and Peter kind of goes outside of his body. I think the similar thing happened in Endgame with Hulk, with Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. You remember that scene
Yeah.
with the woman, I forget her name, from Doctor Strange, and yeah, that looked brilliant. That's just fantastic stuff to see.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, it's look, what this was one of the most anticipated trailers for a very long time, but just because it was a teaser trailer, I think, showing Toby or Garfield in this would have been very, I don't think the first trailer should show them. They're the big catch, right? So I think they should be shown in a official trailer or trailer two, maybe. But yeah, I don't think they should have shown them this early, and they didn't. So I'm pretty glad about that. And obviously, I want to see them, but I kind of want them to be reserved for the movie. But I know that they will definitely show them. So yeah, better to delay it for the official trailer one or two than have it here in the first teaser trailer.
Yeah, obviously we got the Green Goblin bomb, the ball. We also got Doc Ock. He already said, hey, hello, Peter." Also, we got maybe Sandman. There seems to be a lot of sand moving, so maybe that's
Yeah.
Sandman. And there seems to be some sort of electricity bolts, so that's probably Electro. So there's four members of the Sinister Six. I think maybe there's another character that they were saying online, but like Vulture could pop up, Venom could pop up, Morbius could pop up. Like who knows really who could pop up in this movie? It's crazy. Um, Venom, that'd be awesome to see Tom Hardy appear. I don't think he's in it, but the Sinister Six are definitely in it. There's four of them confirmed, but this is with the three Spider-Man teaming up to fight all of the villains together. It's gonna be just it's gonna be jaw dropping to see Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire just
Yeah.
interact with each other. I think some images may have leaked as well. I don't know if they're real or not, but it's hard to believe that they're going to be on screen together. And it was like we've seen a good lot of this trailer. We don't know how much we've seen. It could have been just the first act, just up to the middle. So there could be a lot uh, of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire that we don't know about yet. I hope it's more than just a cameo, and I think it will be more just than just a cameo because you have these huge stars. You have to use them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, if you are going to bring in, the cast from non MCU Marvel movies, then you obviously have to do something with them, other than just having a cameo. At least that seems logical to me. But yeah, I just think that they'll have kind of a bigger role than just a cameo, and I would really love to see Garfield in a trailer, but I kind of am on two minds. I want to see them both in the movie directly, and I kind of want to see all three of them to team up in the end, and against the Sinister Six or Green Goblin, or whoever the villain is. I just want them to team up, and that awesome web swinging shot of all three of them swinging together, that would have been amazing. I think one shot like that would be in the trailers. I think so.
Yeah, that's the money shot right there, definitely.
Yeah.
Also,
Hey, Rokan.
the Alfred Molina. Which Peter is he talking to? Is it Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire?
That is very strange because they cut, during that scene, right? So it could just be a misdirect on their from their end, because um, you know how Tom Holland's Spider-Man could just dress up, for a fight, but it doesn't necessarily have to be Doc Ock, you know. But they can easily just cut them together for a trailer to make it look like they are talking to each other. So you're absolutely on right there. We should not just assume that that's the exact scene that's gonna play out. I think yeah, he definitely could be talking to someone else as well. And hey,
Yeah,
Ambrish, he says namaste from India. He's talking to Peter Quill. Okay, that would be very, very surprising because I'm not expecting to see him at all. Rokan says to quote Harry in Amazing Spider-Man 2, isn't that the question of the day? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I still think that we shouldn't have our expectations too high, um, but we know what to expect, kind of. So, um, and also about the Doctor Strange thing. Why would he do this for Peter? What do you think is the reason behind that, or do you think it's they're retconning some of Doctor Strange's character because he was very strict about the time stone and fucking with reality and all that. He was very strictly against that. So do you think this is something that would affect your experience while watching the movie if they just brush over it without addressing it?
I think we'll probably get some sort of reference to why he has changed this kind of mentality, this thinking. Um, Maybe something that's happened to him off screen that maybe we'll find out about in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Or, not too sure. You have what's the guy that lives with him in the temple and in the house? He leaves,
Wong.
tells him not to use the spell. Yeah, Wong goes, "Don't use that spell," and Doctor Strange is like, maybe he's too cocky at this stage. Maybe he thinks because he saved the universe, he is the bee's knees. He's the shit. Nobody tells him what to do.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got a little bit too, because remember when he was a surgeon, he was kind of full of himself. He wasn't the nicest guy. So maybe he's gone back to that way. I don't know. But yeah, I think we'll get some. I don't think it'll just be shoehorned in there. I think there'll be some reasoning behind it. Maybe he feels bad for Peter. But in fairness, like he has to help him somewhere because Peter is going to go to jail. Peter's been exposed as Spider-Man as a killer. So
And
what else
there's
is
no
Doctor
Iron
Strange
Man to save
supposed to
him.
do? Yeah, yeah. So what else is Doctor Strange supposed to do?
That's
Really,
true.
he killed somebody, so he has to help him somewhere.
That's true. And Umbre says if they are doing what I think they're doing, Doc Ock is talking to Holland Spidey. Um, yeah, I guess they could just be playing it out just the way it is. That would also be interesting. But Marvel is, very infamous for doing that misdirect thing in the trailers. They always, change stuff up for the trailers, but in the movie, kind of is different, right? So that's the reason why I'm kind of thinking that maybe that was just a, because that's a very easy shot. They could just change the other half by just cutting it, right? So yeah, but they still looked like they were on the same bridge. So I don't know how much of that is true, but yeah. And he also says Holland Spidey gets battered with Toby and Garfield villains. Then both those Spider-Men show up. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. But I just hope that they have a big action scene and not just coming in to boost Holland Spider-Man. I just hope that they have an action scene together.
Yeah, they have to look. You have these characters coming back. They have to do all of these things. Kevin Feige knows what the fans want. He wants to see the Spider-Man team up. He wants to see Tom Holland have his moment. He wants to see Andrew Garfield have his moment with Tobey Maguire. We all want to see our Spider-Man. We all have our Spider-Man. We all want to see them do something unbelievable and badass and just go all out. So they have to do this. They can't really piss off people. I want to see Tobey Maguire back in the suit. He's the older Spider-Man. He's the experienced Spider-Man. I want to see him. Well, the experience to a degree. He's just had, Tom Holland has saved the world, the universe. But
Yeah.
you know, Tom Tobey Maguire has been Spider-Man on his own. He's had no help really, that kind of way. Same with Andrew Garfield. They've been Spider-Man. It's Tom Holland has been Spider Boy. But no, even though mad respect to all the Spider-Men, they just have a huge fan base. As all of them, all three of them have been successful. You don't really have that. You have kind of Batman, maybe George Clooney, Val Kilmer that aren't really looked on as that successful. You have Superman as well, maybe Superman Returns. But every single one of the Spider-Man movies have been successful financially and critically, or maybe just financially at times. So, these actors are Spider-Man. They're fantastic, and it's going to be surreal to see them come back, see the villains pop up. William Dafoe in Spider-Man 1 was terrifying. He was just absolutely a brilliant villain.
Awesome.
I want to see the exact same Green Goblin come into No Way Home. I want to see Alfred Molina's Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2, one of the greatest comic book movies of all time, one of the greatest villains of all time. I don't want to see anything change from his character. I want him to pop up in No Way Home the exact same way that we left him in Spider-Man 2. Jamie Foxx can only be an improvement on what he was in the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
He'll probably have a new look. He'll have a new feel to him. Sandman as well. I actually think Sandman was pretty good in Spider-Man 3. I think maybe
Yeah.
the whole Venom being thrown in there kind of upset that movie. And if he was just the core villain, he actually had a lot of heart to him. So I'm going to be interested to see why they're bad. Are they being taken out of their Spider-Man movies at the exact moment they were at their evilest, their most villainous, or are they being mind controlled, or what way is this actually happening? I'm not convinced that Mysterio is dead. I think Mysterio is alive. Who knows what he's been up to? Maybe he's able to create sort of an illusion. I hope that these villains are real. I hope they're not just an illusion or mind
Yeah.
control. But I hope Mysterio is still there in the background, because Jake Gyllenhaal's a great actor. I think he was brilliant in the last movie. So if he came back and was maybe um, a part of the Sinister Six, maybe he's the sixth member. That would be awesome to see as well. Because remember, we need to have Tom Holland's Spider-Man villains as well. We can't just have the other ones. I think we're going to have maybe two from each, or at least Tony Maguire is going to have two or three.
Maybe we'll have Michael
Andrew Garfield
Keaton.
will have the extra. Vulture could show up. Maybe that shows why he ended up in the Morbius world with Jared Leto from those trailers. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Jake Gyllenhaal shows up as Mephisto and he is a part of the Sinister Six, or maybe tries to be because he loves being the paper boy. He loves being at the front of everything. But also, he has an image to uphold, because he's supposed to be dead, and he's supposed to be kind of he was supposed to be kind of a good guy in everybody's eyes right now, because Spider-Man killed Mysterio. So
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting to see what they do. They can't nail everything. No movie can, but if they do, it is the potential to be the best comic book movie ever.
Yeah, that's true. And hey, Siani, welcome. Did you like the trailer? And Ambrish also says Holland Spidey. Wait, I think the events of Loki and WandaVision had something to do with it. Yeah, I was thinking the same. When that whole thing, um, when Strange was casting that spell, we saw glimpses of the universe or something like that, right? So at that point, I think that's exactly when Loki and Sylvie created that multiverse, you know. So that could be the exact time that happened, and that's why Strange probably was just very confident about, you know, his spell working, but that could have just ruined, you know, everything. Sylvie creating that, you know, multiverse could have ruined everything, but yeah. And that coupled with obviously Wanda doing some things in WandaVision at the same time, that could also affect it. So yeah, I do think that that's gonna play a part, definitely in this movie as well.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see kind of everything line up the last few projects that we've seen, like so the One Division, Loki, and now Doctor Strange doing this. Maybe it's a combination of all three. Maybe it's just one or two. I don't know, but yeah, it'll be interesting. I wonder if Wanda will show up in this as well. Maybe she'll just be in Multiverse of Madness. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy because that scene was some sort of scene where it looked like they were on a train and there was like a circle of trains or something, you know, that kind of scene. That was weird. I think Doctor Strange was involved in Spider-Man. They probably go at it as well at some stage because of what's happening. You know, they have to have a disagreement over this. Like
Yeah.
Doctor Strange can't be too happy. And where is he at the end battle? Where is he at the end fight? So will he go missing again? Like, will he end up in a different reality? Maybe Peter's in a different reality.
One thing I think they will definitely have to tackle, and they probably will, is, you know, the absence of Tony and his parents and, you know, Uncle Ben and all that, because this is a multiverse, and if they are gonna say that they are different versions of your same characters in different universes that you can bring into our universe, obviously, you know, Peter will be asking those questions, right?
Yeah,
can you, you know, maybe talk to Tony, or can you bring in Tony? Can you go back to Uncle Ben? Stuff like that, right? I think they'll definitely have to, because if they don't, then that will definitely be a massive plot hole. If he doesn't even bring it up, so I think we'll definitely see that. And
it's
about
gonna be. I was gonna say, like, imagine the hype in the cinema when Alfred Molina goes, "No, Peter," and it's like it's Tobey Maguire's Spider Man. Like that's just gonna be insane.
yeah,
And Tobey Maguire's reaction to seeing him back. But I just read here as well at CinemaCon
yeah.
immediately after the trailer was shown, you got to see Ghostbusters Afterlife, the full movie.
Oh, nice.
Crazy, crazy. It's
Yeah,
CinemaCon would be an awesome place to be. I think the Warner Brothers
dude, that is
panelists.
very, very, very costly. It's in
Is that is
Vegas.
that is that yeah? I know. Yeah, we can't afford access
Yeah.
either. Well, but is the Warner Brothers one today? Is the presentation for that today, or is that tomorrow for the week? Is it?
I think it's tomorrow.
Yeah,
Disney is not doing one. They're just doing the Shang-Chi premiere. But I think the Warner
yeah,
Brothers panel will be tomorrow. And also, I think Universal or Paramount are doing theirs as well, either tomorrow or day after.
yeah. So we could get some cool stuff for the next few days as well. The week
Yep.
isn't over. So loads of content coming
Oh, dude.
as well.
If we get some Warner Brothers things, then that would be surprising, because I think, oh, you know what? Maybe Matrix 4 trailer could drop. That's something that, you know, they never even hinted at or addressed, or, you know, because the movie is coming out soon, right? Um, so yeah,
Yeah,
that's one
it's
trailer they could drop.
crazy because I was 5 when the first Spider-Man came out, and now here I am, and I'm 24, and these guys are back,
It's
and like William
crazy.
Dafoe's coming back, and there's so much hype around it right now. I think every YouTube channel is live right now
Yeah,
talking about this.
yeah,
That's why we don't have everyone else is. I think John Rock is live, Dave is live.
yeah.
There's so many YouTubers live right now talking about this. because it's the talk of the internet. This has blown 10 million views. KC it has on Twitter already
Yeah.
in an hour.
Imagine when
10 million.
Toby and Garfield show up in the official
It's
trailer.
it's
It's gonna break the
gonna be
internet.
crazy. But yeah. Now it is coming out December 17th. I hope the virus doesn't get worse or anything like that by then. Because they can't release this in limited release
Yeah.
capacity. They have to put this out when everybody can go
Yeah.
because of spoilers, because of just hype, and let's go. Come on, let's fast forward to December.
Yeah.
It's
Dude.
gonna be a
You know
gonna be
what?
a great Christmas, man.
I actually don't want to fast forward to December because we still have great movies coming out next month and October and in November. Like every single week you have from now on, every single week you have major movies coming out. And it's going to be really good. First Shang-Chi is coming out,
Yeah,
and then a few movies are coming out in September. Doom Patrol is coming out in September. And then in October you have Dune, and you also have Army of Thieves. There's so many movies that are coming out, leading up to December. That it's crazy. Ambrish
yeah, but
asks,
even
yeah, go ahead.
just saying, like even now, like I watch all the shows. Like I have Stargirl to watch. I've got Titans to watch. There's so much content.
Yeah,
Shang-Chi is coming out in September 5th, I think. It's just a great time to be a fan.
absolutely. Ambrish asks, what do you guys think about Matt Murdock showing up? I think there is a chance. I'm not sure exactly how much percentage wise, but I've only heard Grace Randolph say it, Daniel RPK say it, and some scoopers from Marvel side they say it, but they only say that they have seen him on set. That's it.
Yeah,
So he might be just visiting, he might be in the movie, who knows, but those kinds of things I don't want to believe or, anticipate because I know that there's equal chance of them not being there. So I don't want to get disappointed later on. So, yeah, for that I would just reserve my excitement, but I'm definitely, excited more for Andrew Garfield more than anything in that movie.
yeah. And we have an official plot for the movie as well. For the first time in cinematic history of Spider-Man, our friendly neighborhood hero is unmasked and no longer able to separate his normal life from the high stakes of being a superhero. When he asks for help from Doctor Strange, the stakes become even more dangerous, forcing him to discover what it truly means to be a Spider-Man. Oh, that's interesting.
It is, and okay, so I have a question for you. Do you think we'll get the famous Tobey Maguire dance in this movie? Do you think that's where we meet him?
It could. I don't think that's where we meet him, but it could be very funny. It would get a lot of laughs. And look,
Absolutely,
it's Marvel,
especially if
and
they
they love their
redo it.
jokes. Yeah, maybe at the end when they win, that'd be cool. Just have three Spider-Men at a party, and it just
Yeah.
cuts to Tobey Maguire doing the dance. Like that would be funny. That would be funny.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm all for that. Yeah, throw
I
it in
mean,
there
if I
to
was the
entertain us.
director, I would have totally recreated that scene, 100%. I would have, reshot it exactly as it is.
Yeah, or even Tom Holland doing it, his version of it. It's just that it's
Yeah.
you have to.
Yeah, but yeah, the movie, um, it's going to be so interesting leading up to the movie now because so many leaks just came out even before this trailer. So just imagine what we'll be seeing before the official trailer and what we will be seeing before the movie comes out because that's gonna be so hard to stay away from because we are obviously most of the time on Twitter and we are in the fandom circles, so we definitely see all that stuff. Even if I want to avoid everything, I rarely go to the timeline and scroll, but even I got exposed to that, so it's just literally
Yeah,
unavoidable.
and even some people are saying that they got to see Lizard in the trailer as well. from
Yeah,
Amazing Spider-Man 1.
I didn't see
Uh,
that, but
no, there's been no talk of that actor either
yeah,
going up, but apparently maybe he's in it. So it could just be the CGI version of him instead of the actual actor.
probably.
So like like if they do that with like I don't know if like Abomination is showing up in Shang-Chi. I don't know if the actor is showing up. It could just be the monster type, the Abomination look. Same with Lizard. It could just be the character, the villain character. So um man, like we could say right now that Tony Stark could show up. We could say that Ryan Reynolds could show up as Deadpool because nothing is off the table with this movie. It's just insane.
Exactly. And I just, I think that one of the things that was interesting in the trailer as well was um, during that bridge fight, you see the Green Goblin ball, right? So, do you think that's where they enter from? Or they were already here after, they Doctor Strange altered? Do you think there will be a portal kind of thing that will be created from which they will enter? Or do you think they just change reality and they've always existed?
That could be the where the big fight happens. The big climatic fight on the freeway for some reason, maybe because in every single Spider-Man movie with Sam Raimi, Mary Jane was being held at the top of some
Yeah.
um, freeway or some building, so there could be something going on there. I think Kirsten Dunst is showing up in the movie as well.
Yeah.
So and Emma Stone. So it's
Good.
yeah, yeah, they'll obviously be cracked open through the multiverse and they'll come into whatever world Tom Holland is in. But yeah, I think we'll see them before that. I want to see a cool acting scene between William Dafoe, Alfred Molina, Jamie Foxx, them kind of talking in a room somewhere in a warehouse, coming up with a plan. That would be cool, just to see them act together.
Yeah. And Electro obviously will also be funny. I hope they keep his music, the dubstep music whenever he's there.
Yeah,
That was really cool. Ambre says, anyone but Stark showing up. First time I felt Holland being his own man because Stark is not there. That's very true. I think it would be a really refreshing experience to see him without his mentor character. But now he has a new mentor character in Doctor Strange. But yeah, I see that. I didn't have as much of an issue with that from Homecoming or Far From Home. Um, but I can see why people get really upset about that. And I just think that we are seeing very early years of Spider-Man in the MCU. So that's why we have to deal with all this shit, school and having a mentor, him being very silly and all that. So I think Toby's age and Garfield's age were perfect for what we could enjoy as surrounding characters and their personal life. So yeah, this is a big change from that. He's just a kid and he's in high school and all that. So I guess that's less appealing to me. So that's why I'm so checked out with this Spider-Man. But yeah, I liked some parts. I didn't like some parts. So I think this movie will also have that same um experience for me.
the One Division was able to predict it again on the calendar, and One Division said the
Yeah,
23rd of August, and here we are, the 23rd of August, and the Spider-Man trailer is out. So that's awesome. Also, yeah, they just have some negatives about the trailer. I just thought maybe some of the CGI on the freeway wasn't the best. Maybe it's not fully finished. Of course, they still
yeah,
work on these movies until they're like a week or two before they're released. So yeah, the background to Doc Ock and that scene didn't look maybe the cleanest. And when I don't think the Spider-Man CGI suit's going to change anytime soon. It's just the way they have done it the last few movies. It doesn't look the best at times, but it's just the way it is. But yeah, if there's some criticisms, I would have those for the trailer. But other than that, I thought it was dark, it was tense. It was funny in places. The visual effects for the Doctor Strange stuff, the multiverse stuff was perfect. That's the stuff that you really want to be perfect anyway. And the teases of Doc Ock, his or Green Goblin, his laugh, his bomb, the other kind of hidden Easter eggs of the other Sinister Six members, and then the Hello Peter line. It's just perfect. It really is. So, this movie, I'm so happy right now, so excited. There's so much kind of buzz online right now. Everyone is just so happy. Nobody's fighting over anything, and I feel like I feel like Santa Claus has just been here, and now I'm a kid, kind of playing with my present, playing with my toys. So
Yeah.
it's awesome.
One thing that, the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies didn't have were iconic villains, right? Um, Even Garfield's Spider-Man didn't have that. Electro isn't very. I mean, all Spider-Man villains are very, popular and they are pretty good. But even in that, there are different tiers, right? There's the top of the top. You have Green Goblin, Doc Ock, and those characters, Sandman, Venom. You have those characters, and then you have the next level where you have Electro, Rhino, and all those kind of characters, Scorpion. So yeah, I think that Holland Spider-Man didn't have the classic top tier of villain characters until now, but you now get Raimi's villains, which were top tier villains, and you get them into this universe where all three of them can fight them. That just, that's the selling point of the movie, right? Because for Batman and Spider-Man, both characters, the villains, the Rogues Gallery are pretty amazing. So, you cannot go wrong with Doc Ock, or, Green Goblin, especially because Green Goblin in the first movie was just amazing. That was the way he was shot, the way he was so menacing, and obviously Dafoe was playing him, so he was creepy as hell. So yeah, I mean, I'm really hyped for seeing that as well. My favorite Spider-Man is Garfield's, but um I do love those old Spider-Man movies, which I actually grew up on. I watched them in the theaters. And I loved even Spider-Man 3. I love the Sandman part. I love the Venom part. When I was a kid, I was watching in a theater and I was in awe because there was literally nothing else like that at that time. Right. So I totally enjoyed that movie. And I haven't rewatched those movies in like a decade or so. So, before watching this movie, I'm definitely gonna be rewatching all the Spider-Man movies, from the first one. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. I wonder how much of that will start to feel old and outdated.
Yeah, it's going to be cool to watch the Raimi trilogy, the Web's two movies, and watch Homecoming, watch Far From Home, maybe watch Civil War as well, Endgame, Infinity War. Why not? It features Spider Man as part of the story. I'm sure they could be tied. There will be tie-ins there because that's part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but also there'll be some Easter eggs towards Raimi's world and Mark Webb's world, and it would be cool to get some references to the lesser-known Spider-Man villains, like the Green Goblin from Andrew Garfield's movie. Even though I didn't like the Green Goblin from that movie at all, it would be cool to see them for a second or some reference towards them, or Andrew Garfield saying, "Wait, I fought Green Goblin and he did not look like that. It
Yeah.
was not him. Something like that would be cool." Um, yeah, and Venom, a reference towards Venom or something. Maybe we see Tom Hardy, and then Tobey Maguire's like, "Wait, who?" Like something like that. It's just those possibilities are so cool, and
Yeah.
I think that Tom Hardy, I think the director of Morbius, let it slip that Tom Hardy was on set, so he could pop up in Morbius. Like Keaton is in Morbius already, Vulture, So I'm interested to see if the Sony Spider Verse is connected to this or will be connected after these movies.
That's definitely the big question. I mean, they've always said that they have their own universe for those characters. Some people call them, some people call that the Venomverse, and their official name is very weird. It's called, SPUMC, which is Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel Characters, which is a very very lame acronym, but that's what they call their universe. So I think they might not, um have those characters in these movies, but that would be really cool because um I love that Venom movie, and Tom Hardy was really good, so I would love to see him in the MCU. you know It would be cool. But yeah, like you said, the Green Goblin thing is funny because you have two versions of them, right? And we only have confirmed Willem Dafoe in this. Um, so I don't know if I actually want to see the other one because I loved the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and 1 both, but I didn't like, the Green Goblin character. I didn't like Din Han at all. I think the look
Yeah,
also was pretty bad, and I would rather not see him, especially because we already have a Green Goblin here. So it looks like they have cherry picked, the best characters and then have them in this one. So yeah.
yeah, we're all excited, and I'm sure we'll get more like information in the next few days. Also, this is only the teaser trailers. We have to get an official. There'll probably be two more trailers at least when the
Yep.
movie comes out. Full ones that will show the plot a little bit more, and probably the other villains. It'd be cool if the next trailer was more Green Goblin centric or something like that. But I think the last trailer is where we get the money shot of all three Spider-Man.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that would be really cool. Like you said, you're absolutely right. I think at least two trailers we're definitely getting, like the first official trailer and the final trailer. So between that, if they want to put another trailer, that's up to them. But I think at least two trailers are guaranteed. And yeah, I do think that we are seeing, Toby and Garfield definitely in the trailers, at least the first one or final one, that's up for debate, but I do think that we're definitely going to see it.
I'm happy. I'm happy
Yeah,
either way. I know.
like after years of being a DC fan, you know it just feels good when something is given to you when you didn't even ask about it, right? And especially stuff that you've been asking for years. I'm pretty sure you've been asking for Spider-Man 4 with Toby for years and years. That's been longer than what I've been asking
I've,
for Andrew Garfield's third movie.
I've ever since there were talk of a new Spider-Man being recast for Civil War, I wanted it to be Tobey Maguire. I wanted them to have what they did in the comic book, kind of a presentation of Spider-Man, and Spider-Man takes off his mask and it's Peter Parker. I wanted something similar uh, in Civil War where Spider-Man takes off his mask and it's Tobey Maguire. I wanted something like that, but we didn't get that. But now he's finally back, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Looks like Feige knows what the fans want and he gives the fans what they want. So,
Yeah, and
seems
that's
like a
why
pretty good
he's
deal.
successful.
Exactly.
Why he's successful. That's why he has a hardcore fan base that stick with his movies.
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, like the trailer just dropped, couple of hours ago, I think now. And obviously everyone is talking about it, and we really loved it, and we cannot wait for the first official trailer. And we'll definitely be discussing that as well, and react to that as well. So yeah, do you have any final thoughts on this trailer and the movie?
No, I just was surprised at how kind of dark and tense the trailer was, and John Watts seems to have some sort of style in this movie, and it looks really, really nice. And I like some of the darker shots he used as well. So maybe he decided to change things up a little bit. So yeah, it's awesome, and I hope he makes the best movie he possibly can, and he pays homage to Sam Raimi's characters, his fans, and the Spider Mans from Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. I hope everyone gets their time to shine. I think they will. So really good first teaser trailer, and the hype is already built, and we haven't even seen the best parts yet.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, and I thought the trailer was really good as well. As for a teaser trailer, I think it was a pretty good, trailer, and I don't want them to show everything that's in the movie, because I want to actually be surprised. But I know that they will show so much, to market it. But there's so much stuff in this movie that they can still, not show a lot, but still can tease some things like they did with this teaser trailer, which I think they did perfectly. And yeah, overall, I did like it. I'm really hyped for this movie. I think it's one of the most anticipated movies, and it has been for a while now, from this year. So yeah, we'll definitely be covering everything that comes out of it on this channel. So make sure you subscribe, like, and share our videos. And you can join us anytime. You can DM us on Twitter or Instagram, and we'll definitely be willing to discuss anything with you guys. So yeah, we will also, we have an announcement. Our show will now be on Sundays instead of Saturday, because again my shift changed and my timing changed. So there has been another change here, and hopefully you guys can adjust to that change. It will be on the same at the same time as Saturday, but it will just be on Sunday instead. And yeah, and hopefully we can do more midweek streams sometimes, or videos, um, but we'll have to look for that. But that's not a guarantee because of my shift. But yeah, our stream will be on Sundays, every Sunday at 3:30 a.m. my time, which is, I don't know, go go to our Twitter and it's on the banner. I don't remember the timings, but yeah, you can find me at Krypton Cage on all social media, and you can find Real Talk Live. um you can find Real Talk Live on these social media, down below: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we also are on Twitch, by the way. Where can they find you, Mar?
Yes, at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, movies that matter.
Awesome. Yeah. So until next time, take care and see you.